Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now this morning I've got a hospital appointment and I haven't got a lot of time to get ready. And I thought this was a perfect time to do a look using the Stila eyeshadows as requested by Solfried. Her name is Solfried and I've forgotten your surname. I will check and I'll put it in on voiceover here. That's a big hello and shout out to Solfried Skyland who asked for this tutorial. Okay, I hope you're enjoying it. Okay, so I'm going to do this look because there's another two reasons I want to do this look. Secondly, it's a really quick look and it looks like you've spent a lot of time on it. And thirdly, there is another really good reason, which was Pamela was asking about cut crease. Now, when you're a little bit older, I'm just going to start by putting my sunscreen on while I'm talking to you. Because as I said, I haven't got a lot of time. But when you're older, cut creases tend to not work as well as when you're sort of late teens, early 20s. The reason being is that our eyelids are gradually less tight, less firm than they were in our 20s. And when you do a cut crease, you actually need quite a firm lid to get a very sharp line. So the reason I'm saying this is not to make everybody that's watching me over 30 feel like a failure. It's actually the opposite. I'm saying this to you because if you're looking at some of these tutorials on how to do a cut crease, you'll often find that they're people that are very young doing them and they look perfect at the end. And if you set that video on and try to copy that look and you come to the end, you can end up feeling a bit of a failure that, oh, I couldn't get it looking as perfect as that. And I just want to reassure you that you're never going to get it looking as perfect as that. If I was to do a cut crease on my 18-year-old niece, I could do a really perfect job, but on my own eyes, it's not going to come out as good. But this is a version of a cut crease, which is not going to look quite as defined as some of the cut creases that you will see on Instagram and YouTube. But it's a version of a cut crease that one is very easy and two works on women over a certain age. And we won't talk about age because I don't want people to feel depressed about their age. So this is a version that works. So I'm just going to get my base on. I've put my sunscreen on and I'll be right back. Okay, I've done my base. So I'm quickly going to just comb through my brows and try not to do what I've just done. Comb through my brows with Legendary Brows, and this one is in shade Supermodel. It's just a really quick way of laying down some pigment on your brows, and I seem to be getting it everywhere this morning, but never mind. Because it brushes them up, tames them and fills them in all at the same time. Right, that'll do. Okay, and then I'm going to get an eyeshadow. Now, this can be any eyeshadow. I'm going to show you what colours you need. So I'm going to use a particular palette, but you don't need to use that palette. Okay, it can be quite a generic product. Okay, so I'm taking this palette from the Boom Boom Bloom collection. But as I said, you can use any palette. But what you need is you need a light brown and a sort of medium and dark brown. So kind of 3 shades of matte brown. Which you'll find in a lot of palettes, so it doesn't have to be this one. It's just handy because these are all together, and then you take the top shade here and you literally go in. I'm just going to, I've put some concealer on and a little bit of powder on my lids, although they tend to crease even when I do that. So I just give them a quick wipe over with my finger and then go into the crease with a blending brush. I'm using the Essential Crease brush, I think it is. Is it not? Yes. So, and just blend that in, windscreen wiper, really quickly into your crease. Oops, wrong one. Other side. And really don't worry if you get this onto your mobile lid, it doesn't matter. And you will discover why in a minute. Then I'm going to go in with the middle shade and I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm not going to target it in as big an area as the last one, so that we're getting kind of a gradually built up effect going on. All right, so you can see I'm not sweeping it as high up this time. Now you can do that with the brushes, or you can just do it with what you're doing with the brush. So instead of circling right up, I'm keeping it in more of a defined space. And the other side, so this is the middle shade of matte. And I'm doing more windscreen wiper and less circling. Now, then you're going in with the darker shade. Now, you could carry on with this, but target it even more in a smaller area. Or you could take a smudge brush. I'm just going to get the smudge brush from Charlotte Tilbury because that's a good one for doing that. Okay, so I have got the smudge brush now from Charlotte Tilbury. So that's going to be more targeted. And I'm going to take the bottom shadow here, this darkest brown, matte, and just put that then right at the bottom of the crease, and I'm just moving that along but keeping it in a bit of a concentrated area. And then I'm just going to make this, pull this a bit tighter so that I've got a bit of tautness to blend this, but I'm smudging it into itself so that you get this graduated effect and it's not sort of blending seamlessly into the others. It's blending into the others, but not as graduated as the other ones. I think you know what I'm trying to say. So it really looks deeper at the bottom here. Okay? And then you can just sort of tidy it up with your fingers. Then the other side. Now, you might think this isn't an easy look, but it really is. You can do it quite quickly once you've practiced it. Or you can just carry on with the same brush, which is what I did the other day, and just get this one a bit further down. I've not got enough on the brush for some reason. Right, that's better. So I'm blending it without moving it up too far. So just with the tip blending out the edge so it doesn't look harsh, but not blending it upwards. And then you can just do this with your fingers to blend that top bit. Okay, and then you take your Stila eyeshadow, which I will get, it's behind me. 1 second, I'll be back. Okay, and I'm using the shade Cloud, which is a kind of lilac-y, shimmery shade. And I am just going to, with the doe foot, of this. Just going to do a semicircle around my mobile lid, like so. Now if you're a hoodie like me, you'll see that I'm raising my eyebrows right now. What you don't want to do is relax your eyebrows until this is dry, because if you do, all of that shimmer is going to go on to where you've just done that blending, and you don't want that. So try and keep your eyes like this until it's dried. And what I do is I get a piece of paper and give myself a bit of a fan so that it dries down, which I'll do now. But you can see now this is a reasonably tidy cut crease, and it looks like you spent a long time on it, but actually you've just painted it on with the doe foot. So it's a really good way of cheating a cut crease, and a cut crease that works a little bit nicer on older lids. So I'm just going to fan that down and I'll be right back. And until you fanned it, do not relax your eyes. Okay, that'll do. Now if you think, oh, there's still a line, which mine is, just take your blending brush again and quickly go back in with the first shade, the first matte shade that you use, the lightest one, and just take it up there, and that will blend it away nicely. But you'll still get that graduated look with a deeper bottom. Okay, just to blend that top line away seamlessly. There you go. And then just to make sure it's really well blended, take your smudge brush and with a highlighter shade, and again this could be any palette, but I'm just using this one today, just dot a bit of that underneath the brow and then just blend it with your fingers, and that will just ensure that everything looks blended. I always think once that's up there, the eyeshadow comes together. Okay, and with that you can dot some in here. These are optional extras of your highlighter shade. And then always try and put something under the bottom. So with the darkest shade here, I'm just going to dip that lightly in and run that along the bottom. And you've got, I think, a really easy look with a Stila eyeshadow that is going to look like you spent hours on it. Okay, I'm going to put my mascara on and I'll be right back. Okay, that's my mascara done. I'm not going to line my eyes, I don't have time, and I don't think it's necessary, but I'm just going to get some Pillow Talk blush from Charlotte Tilbury. Where are you, Pillow Talk blush? And put that on like so. I'm just blending the two together rather than swishing and popping. And I'm going to use that to warm up my face, so I don't have to go in with bronzer as well, although you can use bronzer if you wish. And then I'm going to get my Supermodel lips and I'm done, ready for my appointment. So let me do that and I'll be right back. I'm done, and that Supermodel lips goes with anything on me because it is a really good nude colour for me. So anyway, I'm off to my hospital appointment. I'll see you guys later. Hopefully I'll be able to join you live at 1:30. So watch out for me then. Just got to take Jackie's pain meds into school, and then I'll be back and hopefully do a live. All right, see you soon. Take care. Bye.